So how do you make extra money after retirement? Be sure to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to show you not only how to pick what you do during retirement, but how to make it really profitable. And also I'm going to show you a business that you can do in retirement that I'm doing that is just crushing it. I'm making tons of money, I'm having fun, I'm helping people, and it's really a great business and there's plenty of room for you too. So the first question is, are you even on the right path? In my opinion, yes, you're absolutely on the right path because I think that most people in retirement end up rotting like a piece of fruit sitting on a shelf. And it's because you're not fully engaged in life anymore. You don't have everybody asking you questions or helping you now. Is that annoying at work? Sure, you bet it is. But it's by staying engaged that you'll stay in life, your brain will stay sharper, and you'll do better. But the key is you want to reduce your stress, your risk, and your annoyance. So for many people, it's better to leave their existing employment with all the aggravations that come with people that you don't like, that you have to work with, or bosses that don't know what the heck they're doing and just annoy you, and instead set out on your own path. Now, there are two ways that I think of doing this. One way I'm going to show you in a minute, which is the business that I'm doing. The second thing is think about what your skill set is and if you can deploy that into your own business and if you want to deploy it in your own business. So if you have a skill set that's pretty portable that most businesses need, like bookkeeping or marketing or management, then you could conceivably offer your services on a freelance basis or a consulting basis to businesses that need it. And often that's going to be just putting together an offer. Like here's, I'll do your bookkeeping or I'll do your management or I'll handle special projects for you. And you're often going to sell that service to people that you already know in the industry. Because chances are you've met people at conferences, that you met people that work at other businesses, and you can let them know, hey, I'm retiring, but I'm going to be doing consulting on the side, or I'm doing the service on the side. So if you're interested, if you want a bookkeeper a day a week, or you want a manager to get special projects through, then I'd be willing to work with that. That's often great because you can control your schedule. People don't worry if you're there, at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or whatever. They're worried more that you get your work done. So that can really alleviate a lot of the aggravation that you have with many businesses where you're there being watched, which is ridiculous and demeaning. So that's a really good way to do it. And start with your network. Your network of people that you know offer your consulting services, offer special projects. Now, if you really don't want to do that, or maybe don't have some particularly portable skills, then I would look at a business that you can do on your own. And here I think you could do the business that I do, or you could look at things like a franchise. Now, if you're well-funded, you have a lot of money and you really want to dive in, I think franchises can be very good. But generally speaking, franchises are extremely expensive, usually about $250,000 plus whatever the real estate costs you. I have a friend that opened a Baskin Robbins and it cost him over $1 million. I'm like, how did you spend $1 million in here? But you wouldn't believe the cost of refrigeration equipment and build out. I'm like, yeah, I guess I would believe it in the end. And she's selling $4 and $5 ice cream cones on her $1 million investment, employing teenagers who are sometimes reliable. It's a ridiculous business model. So I like franchises in a sense. I don't like the large investment, and they also really often expect that you're going to be there really diving in full time. And it can sort of have the same annoyances as being an employee because you still have to answer to the franchisor. So I'm not sure that that's really a great option for everybody. But that being said, people could do really well with franchises. If you want to learn more about franchises, I did some videos on it. I dive deeper into it. My basic rub on it, though, is I think it's a very expensive way to go into business. And I think they have a lot of controls over you. For me, that doesn't particularly work for me, so I don't like it. I do a business called Overages, which I absolutely love. What that business is helping people who've lost their property at tax sale or a mortgage foreclosure sale get back money that's left over after the sale. And we're essentially calling people who are down and out, really struggling, and we're giving them a windfall. Typically, I'm getting them tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes over $100,000, and I get paid a percentage of what I get for them. And I get to take money from the government and give it to the people, which I personally love. I think it's great. I help people who are down and out get back on their feet. I think that's great. And I make a great living doing it. And this is a pretty robust business. Right now, in our in-house list, where we don't even cover the whole country, but we have an in-house list, we have over 10,000 live leads, meaning ones where we could reach out to people, let them know there's some money, and see if they want to work with us. So we have over 10,000 live leads, and The total value of those leads is over $400 million. And every day they hold new tax and mortgage foreclosure sales, and every day more money comes into the system. And it's pretty amazing. Huge, robust opportunity. It's a growing opportunity because people are struggling, especially the people at the bottom of the economy are really struggling. And they're doing things like unable to pay their mortgage, unable to pay their real estate taxes, and they're losing their properties every day. Every day there are thousands of properties that are lost at those sales. Typically between mortgage and tax foreclosure sales, you're talking about in excess of 5,000 properties per day sold at those sales. And pretty much everything with a house on it is going to have excess funds that the owners could claim, but don't typically claim. So I really love that as a business. Really good business for someone who wants to help people and wants to make a great living. So if you want to know more about that business, then what you can do is click on a video down below. I did probably a 15-minute video where I give you an intro to that. So click on that and I'll teach you more about the overages business. No matter what you do though, I want to wish you good luck. If you have questions, put them down below. My staff and I go through the questions. I try to answer as many as I can get to, but I would love to be answering your question next. So put your question down below and I'll get to it as soon as I can.